Hey, good morning. It's Wednesday, the 27th of March, and yesterday I had 8 eggs, chorizo, 4 slices of bacon, cheese, 9 chicken wings, and a meatball. It was golf ball sized, and a partridge in a pear tree. No, I'm just kidding. And I weighed in at 86.7 kilos, 191 pounds. So a lot's been made in the news lately about this intermittent fasting causing a 91% increase in the risk of heart attack. There's been enough said on this study. You can look at Dr. Berry. I know he had a video come out either yesterday or the day before explaining how this wasn't a study, it wasn't peer-reviewed, it wasn't really anything. I think it's just a propaganda hit piece by the American Heart Association. If you want to follow these dinosaurs, go for it. But these dinosaurs have been around for, 50, 60, 70, 80 years, along with the American Diabetes Association, all these other quacks. You want to follow these guys, go for it. Hey, caveat emptor, man, let the buyer beware. But I'd stick closer to the influencers on YouTube, in fact, like Dr. Berry, Dr. Sean Baker. I mean, I throw a couple of names down here. Professor Bart K is incredible in letting you know how the science actually works. If you can get past a little past his nuanced delivery, he does play personifications. I hear he's a super dude off camera, but he's going to lay it out for you how he thinks it ought to be, and you can learn a lot. So all I would ask you is, does this make sense? I mean, let's say you go to bed at 10 in the evening and you wake up at 6 in the morning. So you get a nice 8 hours. You have, pretty limited stress, you sleep pretty good, and you decide to grab a cup of coffee, run off to the office or wherever you're going to run off to, and all of a sudden, oh shoot, it's noon, I better eat something. And you go out and you get something to eat. And then you get home and you're sitting with your family at maybe 6 p.m. like we used to, and you eat again. And my parents used to drink coffee in the evening, and they'd head off maybe after the Johnny Carson show, let's say, way back in the day, right? So you're hitting the rack about 10, 11 o'clock. You're waking up at 6 to get off to the office. You're drinking your coffee. You don't smoke, you don't drink. Coolly, dude, what do? You don't drink, you don't smoke, right? Yeah, that's dating me also. Yeah, you guys should like it. It's fun stuff. And so you're essentially eating you're fasting for about 18 hours, and you're eating within a 6-hour window. I mean, really, if you grab coffee, run off to the office, you eat lunch and you eat dinner, now you're eating twice within 6 hours. And that's 18 hours, you're not eating anything else, assuming nobody brought in donuts or, they had a birthday party or something, there's a cake available. Or you do what I did, and I used to go to the vending machine and grab, a large fizzy drink and drink that at my desk instead of coffee or tea. Explain to me the mechanism where that kills you. That's the answer. You come up with it yourself, because these people are not going to come up with it for you, all right? How is not eating going to kill you? Oh, and don't forget, the same allopathic model says, I need you to fast 14 hours before you have a whatever test. 14 hours? Oh my gosh, that's intermittent fasting. And somehow that's going to kill you. I do agree that some in the allopathic model knowingly deceive people in order that they can sell their drugs and peddle their big foods and all that kind of stuff. That has to happen. And I'm going to be rather cynical about it, because, people are who they are. They got to make a Porsche payment. They got to pay for the house. They got to have their little significant other, whatever, off to the little country club or whatever, sipping tea and drinking crumpets and all that kind of stuff. Drinking crumpets. Yeah, no, you eat those. Brits will know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. All right, crumpet, So that's it. Before you feed me any BS about things, you have to show me the mechanism. You have to show me how that's going to work, all right? Intermittent fasting is not going to give you a heart attack. you will have already done that with your horrible lifestyle before you began intermittent fasting. Okay, guys, be well.